Ben, you mentioned to me in your post-match notes yesterday that it wasn't a pretty game, but you successfully came away with 3 points. What did you think of your team's performance yesterday?
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a pretty game. Wasn't really sure what to expect because obviously it's the first time that we've played them this season. I know a few of their players there because they're some of the ex-Solihull Moors lot. But yeah, it wasn't the most flattering game to watch, to be honest. Don't really think from our end, if I'm being truthful. It was very much backwards pass, forward ball over the top into areas. And look, it was effective because it meant that they were further away from their goals, so any mistakes that they did make, it obviously meant that it wouldn't hurt them. And they got them into good areas as well, so at times that they did get in behind when we didn't defend the space beyond well enough. And if not, then they potentially can land on second, third contact or gain throwing further up the pitch. But we didn't concede from open play. We actually defended very well, and to be honest, majority chances that they came from were from our own mistakes, either poor clearances, not dealing with the direct ball beyond not dropping quick enough. So yeah, it was probably a different game than what we're probably used to, but it was nice to see a different side to them because it was a very physical game, a lot of duels, aerial duels, physical duels, and all that. But yeah, like I said at the start, it wasn't the most flattering of games to watch, but we got it over the line.
And I'd put on social media just before the game, obviously the group have always shown the character and resilience, and I mean, was it just about getting back to basics you sort of yesterday?
Yeah, look, we'd had a few weeks in a row where we'd had poor results, poor performances, and we knew that we were better than that, so we were low in confidence. I think you could probably see that out on the pitch, and we really needed to get a result, not only just for the table but also just for the girls' confidence. So we identified that Solihull coming up would be a game that we felt that we could get 3 points from. And look, they've shown character all season. We've come back from games where we've been goals down. We've had results against some sides that are competing at top. Lighttown at home here springs to mind, really, where we should have won the game. So I'm not debating anybody's character within this team. We've got a great squad, and they continue to push. And we're just concentrating now on getting over the line, so that we can have a few games towards the end of the season, if we can, where we can just relax a little bit, maybe rotate things around.
And it was a very, very good weekend for you, because obviously the first team win, but also the under-16s reached the cup final, but also the fact that the girls section, pretty much every game was won, so it was a good, successful weekend for the women's section. Yeah,
the girls section's flying. It's in a really good place. Obviously we've got the under-18s, the under-16s as well, and the under-16s, like you just said, won their semi-final to now going into the final, which I think they've got Starbridge in the final, which is another club where their girls section is in a really good place. So that'll be a tough game, but I'm really happy for them. Chris has worked really hard with that squad, and then I've worked with some of the girls there as well, and they're a really good group, and Chris deserves the success there, and so does the girls section. Everyone here within the girls section deserves the success that they're getting, because they all work hard and they all put the time and effort, and then you get the rewards back from that.
And just touching on the women's section, obviously you've got a trial date coming up for the football and education, so what would you say to those girls that are coming out of school, to why would they come and join our programme?
Yeah, look, with the girls section, we've doubled from last season the amount of teams that we've had, and we want to continue to push that. But then obviously not only that, the women's section's in a good place as well. Obviously going from promotion last season, looking to keep our place in Tier 5 for this season, and then we're going to look to try and really push on next season as best we can within Tier 5. So from a women and girls point of view, in terms of the local area around here, I don't see many clubs around here that are doing what we're doing, and we want to continue to push it. So if you want first team opportunities, if you want an education, a good education, and to be able to play football 3-4 times a week at a competitive level, as well as opportunities with the first team, then Church is your place to come.
And next up is Kidderminster at home. Just firstly, what can you tell me about what sort of fixture that's going to be, but also How do you sort of get up for that challenge?
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. You look at some of the players that Kidderminster have signed. They've signed players coming down from Tier 3. They've signed a few of the Starbridge players, so they've got a really, really strong squad, and I probably have no doubt that they will be competing for the top spot come the end of the season. So, but look, I know they haven't. I don't think they've played Lye Town yet, but Lye came here, and like I said earlier, we should have won the game. So we know that we can do it. We know we can compete with these sides competing at the top. We just have to make sure that we prepare right and we're in the right mindset come Sunday.